Foodie, hi, I'm Anna the Keto Foodie, and today we're continuing Curry Week here in the UK. And today I'm making chicken Vindaloo, a dish that's so popular, they've made a song about it. Yeah, stick around, I'll show you how to do it.
Right, we start off with 1 teaspoon of mustard seed and 2 teaspoons of sweetener. I actually prefer and recommend Sukrin Gold for this recipe. We also add a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and a teaspoon of garam masala. Now this forms, at least for me, there are plenty of other versions out there, but this forms the basis for the Vindaloo seasoning for this recipe. So go ahead and put these all into the same bowl and give them a really good mix. And then once you're done with that, you are ready to move on to the rest of the Vindaloo recipe. Now we're ready to get into the proper Vindaloo recipe. So now we're starting off with 250 grams of passata or tomato sauce, the seasoning that we made just a little bit earlier, 60 grams of minced onion, about 5 to 6 red chilies, 3 garlic cloves minced, 3 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, and 1 teaspoon of ginger paste. We also have 150 grams of sliced mushrooms and 500 grams of chicken breast. Next, over medium-high heat, you want to take a tablespoon of coconut oil or ghee, that's really your choice, and add it to a deep pan. We're also going to add in the onions, the garlic, the ginger paste, and we're also going to add in the red chili peppers. Now, all of this, what we want to have happen is we want them to become BFFs at the bottom of this pan and really start to warm through and start releasing their aromas and really start to mingle with each other. So we want the onions to also start getting translucent. Go ahead and add a little bit more of that Vindaloo seasoning because we want the same thing to happen with the spices. These are beautiful warm spices. Let's warm them up. Let's get them mingling and flavoring the ingredients that are already in the pan. And once those onions become translucent, then it's time to add in the chicken. So there's the chicken. New party, woohoo, new people in the party. Let's all mingle. Let's all get to know each other, please. So you go ahead and give that all a good stir, making sure that the chicken is covered and mixed in with the first ingredients that you put into the pan. Next, you want to also add in the rest of the seasoning and the vinegar. Now make sure you give this a really good stir because you don't want to have too much seasoning on a few pieces of chicken and then other pieces of chicken don't have as much seasoning. You want to make sure it's all really well incorporated. Next, you add in your salt and your pepper to taste. So once you've added that in, and actually I like to use a lot of pepper for this recipe because it is a stronger recipe, a more bitter recipe. So add a lot of pepper, give it all a good mix. This is a nice mixer. Everyone's getting to know everybody. And then also add in about half a teaspoon's worth of cinnamon. Be careful with the cinnamon. If you go overboard, that's all you're really going to taste. So if you want to break it down and add even less, like 1/8 of a teaspoon, then that's fine as well. We're also going to add in our mushrooms and the 250 grams of passata and give all of that a really good mix so that the passata or the tomato sauce starts to cover the mushrooms and the chicken. And then we're also going to add in about a 1/4 cup of water so that the sauce can really start to break down and incorporate. Let that sit for about 15 minutes at a simmer and you're ready to go.
Okay, so now I'm just going for a really quick taste before I plate things up. And you can already see that it's a nice deep color, a nice dark red. Everything's just been simmering for quite a while. So let's have a taste of it. Oops, let's go in there. It's got a nice amount of heat, lots of flavor. It definitely does remind me exactly of takeaway Vindaloo that we get around here. Now, you can make this your own. You can add and subtract spices the more that you do this. The other thing that I did was I added more heat. So while it was cooking, I would taste the sauce. You want to taste the sauce while you're cooking. And I added more cayenne because we like it very spicy. And it still didn't come out as spicy as we would normally have it, but it had a really good kick. So I'm really happy with this. I'll be experimenting. I'm sure my husband will be experimenting with this as well. But I think you're gonna like this one. And one of the things that you can make this with is the fathead dough. I have the recipe up here, but it's not the regular fathead dough with almond flour. It's made with coconut flour instead. So again, I'll link up here to my recipe, and it actually works really nicely as a naan bread because you've got that very slight coconut flavor to it. So just take it and dip it into the sauce. So go ahead, make this, enjoy this, and if you do make this, please let me know down below in the comments because I would love to know how it turned out for you. So until next time, and that's going to be tomorrow, I say to you, have a great curry week and foodie bye.
Like this video, consider giving us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to know when I upload other videos, then please click the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified. Thank you so much for watching.